Hey guys, so I have another weekly makeup bag video. Let's go ahead and jump into what I've been using this week. So I had some palettes that I haven't used in a while that I pulled out. One of them was the Elevation palette from Pure Cosmetics. This is a mini highlighter palette. It was out for holiday of last year, but I believe you can still pick it up. It does have three shades in there, so there is a champagne shade, and then there's more of an orangey shade, and then in the middle it's like a marble. So it comes off actually pretty yellow. It's what I have on today, and it really is pretty. I love these. I don't know why people don't talk about this little palette more. I think it was $15 and it came with a brush, a fan brush. So I really liked it. I just don't ever hear anybody talk about it, and I think it's such a nice little palette. I also was using the Alchemy palette from ColourPop. This was the Jamie King collaboration with them, and it came with the 6 products inside. So you had 3 cheek and 3 eyes. So you have a highlighter, a bronzer, and a blush, and then a black, a dark brown, and then this is more of a sheer glitter. It's not really a top coat because it is kind of champagne, but it has glitter flecks in it, so it actually really is pretty on the eyes. It does show up fairly well, and this is a limited time. You can no longer purchase this, but I was going back to this. Love this little palette, and it does come with a mirror on the inside. So I also was using my Natasha Denona Glow highlighter, and this highlighter is really cool. So this is in the shade 01 Light, and it is an all-over glow face and body shimmer. That's what the full name is. This has a nice pigmentation to it. It's pretty champagne. It's really, it's more of a natural glow, but not supernatural where you can't tell you have a highlighter on. She does break these down by light, medium, dark skin tone, so you pick the one that's perfect for your skin tone. However, this does have a scent, and it's kind of like that florally scent that's in makeup sometimes, and not a huge fan of that, but I do love the glow that I get from that highlighter. And then, as always, I was using my Tarte Contour palette, using the yellow shade for under the eye and the contour shade for contouring. Been using that the last couple weeks, and I still haven't hit pan as many times as I've used this. It's so hard. Like, I can tell I'm pretty close to hitting pan on the yellow shade, but I still haven't hit pan on anything. So I really love this. I use this so much. It's probably my go-to contour palette, as you guys have seen it in a ton of videos, I'm sure. So went back to using that. I was using my Makeup Revolution Flawless palette. If you're not familiar with this, there are 3 of them currently, and there will be a 4th one coming out if it's not out already. I got this at Ulta, and it has an assortment of shades here. And then you have one of these little slips with the names on it if you want to keep that. It has a nice big mirror on the top, but you can see there's a nice array of colors. So it's a lot of neutrals. You do have some warmer shades down here, and then you have some black shades here to really deepen up any look that you might be creating. I just really like it. It's very fall. It came in handy for a lot of nice looks the past couple weeks, and I really do love this palette. There's a dark green in there too, so you can create a lot of nice looks with this palette. I like to keep it in the box because the palettes all look the same when you have them out of the box. It's really the outer packaging that makes them different, and then you have all the shades on the outside, so you can always pull that and see without actually taking the palette out, opening it up, and everything too. I went back to using my Shade and Light Eye palette. This is the Rust Quad, and I actually really love this. So I recently dyed my hair red. I don't know if you can tell, it's kind of pulled back on this video, but I went back into using this quad, and I love this. First of all, it's nice, convenient little packaging. This is a harder outer plastic. It does come with a mirror, and then you have your 4 shades. So I put this down as an all-over base, and then I went into the crease with this color here. This is Define, and then I went into this contour shade on the outer corner, and then I use this, it's called the highlight shade, for my inner third of the eye. So that's how I created a bit of that look. And then I used like a brown eyeliner with it. It came out really pretty and I love that. And then I was also using the Shade and Light Eye, the full size palette. Then I went back to using the Shade and Light Eye palette. It's what I have on my eyes today. I used this quad over here for today, and I used this quad a couple times. So it's really pretty. I mean, I like all of the quads. I'm using this one too. It's just, you can create, you can mix and match, you can use them just based on these four, or you can kind of make your own, like you can mix this one with those colors, whatever you want to do. But it's so cool how she has these set up, and I love this palette. It was one that I was originally like, no, I don't need to pick that up, I don't need to purchase that, but I definitely love it. Now that I have picked it up, I found that I really do love mattes. Her matte formula is just so great. So if you haven't tried it, try out the Shade and Light Eye palette because it definitely is worth it. I was a skeptic and I love it, so that tells you all you need to know. I also went back to using the Maneater palette from Tarte. This is a nice other warm palette, so you can see I really love this brown shade here. It's so pretty. I use that in the crease, and just a lot of really pretty colors. This one here looks pretty glittery, but when it's on the eyes, the glitter doesn't really show up a whole lot. It really is nice, and you know, the nice warmer shades. Everybody's been falling into those because it's the fall time, so thought this was a nice little palette to go back to. And also another warm palette from Tarte is the Tartelette in Bloom palette. And as you can see, there's a lot of warm shades in this one too, but it's really pretty. It has a nice natural everyday shade range. So I pulled this out and I was using this for a lot of nice looks. So went back to using that and loving that. Okay, and then the last few things I have are all lip products. And I do have one cheek product. So let's do the cheek product to get that out of the way. This is a ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in the shade Spoon, and this is a kind of gold with glitter flecks in it. It's really pretty. I love these highlighters. They're just so vibrant on the cheeks. They're like in your face, but so beautiful. I really love those, and I've been neglecting my ColourPop ones, so I'm glad that I went back to using those because they are really pretty. So for lips, I used this e.l.f. double-ended day and night lipstick. I was using the night color, which is this shade here. Very pretty, very nice and fall, as are all these shades that I'll be showing you. I really love that double-ended one, and it stays for a decent amount of time on the lips, which is really nice. Then I was using this matte cream lip crayon in Pastille from Bite. And it is a reddish shade, kind of a plum red. I really love that. I didn't know what to expect from it, but it goes on, it just glides on the lips, and then it stays for a few hours. I mean, I was talking a lot, I was even eating, and it was when I was eating and blotting my lips that it really did come off. But other than that, it stayed on the lips really nice, and it is a really nice fall color. I also went back to using my Amuse Bouche lipstick in the shade Honeycomb. This is a little sample size that came in that tin from last season's holiday set, and it is a nice neutral tone, and I love that formula, and the smell is so, so good. A couple ColourPop lips that I have are these Lippy Sticks. This is the Matte X formula in the shade Cami. This is another one of those fall red tones, kind of neutral, kind of deeper, but you know, it works for every day. I love the Matte X formula. It's like it goes on smooth and then it almost feels like there's a powder finish to it, which is really nice. So I love that. Was using that this week, and then I was using another lippy stick in the matte formula, and this is in the shade Parker, which is just a deeper nude, and this is a really nice shade as well. And the formula, it doesn't feel as dry on the lips as the Matte X, but it does go on just nice and smooth, and then it is matte. There's no shimmer, no shine to it, so I love that. And then sticking with matte lips, I have 3 more to show you. I was using the matte liquid lipstick in the shade Scandi from the Love Melissa Michelle palette. This is a tan, but it dries a little bit deeper than that. It is just so pretty for an everyday look though. Depending on what kind of lip liner you use, you can really lighten it or deepen it, so that's really nice also. And then I used one of the Meet Matte Hues Long Lasting Liquid Lipsticks from The Balm, and this is in the shade Sincere, and it is a pinky mauve shade, so I really love that. The formula is really nice on this too. They're not too drying, and this is the only one I have, but I really like it. I got it in a lip set, I believe, like a Try Me kit kind of thing, and I really, really love that, so I have to get another one of those. And then this was in a subscription box from, I believe it was Vegan Cuts. This is from the brand Au Naturel, and this is a matte lip in the shade On Point. And it is another one of those rosy mauve nude shades that I love, and it's just really pretty. I wore it yesterday, and it was really nice. It's not drying. I almost forgot that it was on my lips because it was just the perfect pinky nude shade. It was really good for a daily wear, and like I said, it wasn't over drying, so I almost forgot it was on my lips. And then the last lip was this matte lip crayon from Ulta Beauty. This was in some sort of kit that I got. You got a bunch of Ulta products when you bought so much worth of Ulta merchandise, and this is in the shade Soiree, and it is a deeper, more burgundy tone. I love this also. It's obviously deeper, it's nice for fall, but it was really nice and not drying at all. Those lip crayons, sometimes they can be drying, but that one wasn't, and it even kind of moisturized my lips, so that was really nice too. So those were all the products that I have for this week that I was trying. I really loved everything this week. There wasn't anything that I found that I didn't like, so that's always a good thing too. I hope you join me for next week's video. I know I'm a little behind on these. I've just been working a lot of extra hours, so I'm trying to get as many videos up as I can, and I hope that you guys will continue to join me, and I will see you then. Bye.